And we're live here at the hashtag studio.
Yes.
Welcome to Anime Super Chat.
Do it. Yes.
Yes.
There you go. That's real. That's how you know it's real, when we put up the fist.
Put up the fist. Well, I had to, since today's subject is fighting anime.
That's true.
I think I hit you kind of hard.
It did hurt.
Yeah, I kind of hit you hard.
God,
I'm
side,
sorry.
This whole side hurts.
I can't hold these puppies in.
God.
Like,
oh, really? Really?
yeah.
I got fists of North Star right here. That's what I got.
Shit.
That's what I got. So, hey, hi, hello. I'm Daniel, a.k.a. Gaptooth Warrior, a.k.a. Battlestar Galactica. And to my left
Gaptooth Warrior?
Yeah, Gaptooth Warrior.
Oh, touche. Okay, that makes sense now. It makes sense now.
Right? Yeah, see? And to my left is the one, the only, the one that will take you on a ride that you will know as something epic. It's usually called a journey. Right?
I'm the journey. What's up, guys? I missed you.
Yeah, man, you know what? I missed you guys. I'm glad you guys are here. Who is in the chat right now?
Let's see, we got Ryan. What's up? Wait, I'm going to say it all the way.
Oh,
Ryan
shit.
Super 04 Steel Speed. Damn, the speed got me. Oh, that's the first time. Ryan Super 04 Steel Speed Thomas. There you go.
There you go. Ryan.
We got Alan Calvillo.
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
We got Kat.
Cat.
What's up, girl? Jalen Glover.
The man, the myth.
Let's see. Daryl's up in here.
What? Yeah, what's up, Daryl?
Yeah. Daryl's here. No, am I missing anybody else? Anna's up in the house.
Anna, thank you. We appreciate it.
Carlos. What's up, Carlos?
Silos.
And that's okay. That's it. That's
about it.
That's about it.
People start showing up, and then
Yeah.
it's like, well, what?
Make sure you hit that like button so we can get more people in this chat room.
That's right. You hit
helps.
the like button, you share, you subscribe. If you haven't, most likely I think you guys have. But share this out. We can get more people talking about anime. Trust me, there's not enough talk about anime. There should be like some type of show where people get on,
Equal
talk
minds.
about anime, and like chat about it. Like, for they can
give some suggestions.
Yeah, you know,
small little recaps of what an anime is.
Yeah.
Like truly get you pumped up for it. I wish there was a show like that.
I wish there was a show.
Yeah,
that would be good. Well, so we're gonna talk about anime, and I guess we're gonna chit chat about it. We'll probably give some suggestions.
Maybe plenty of suggestions.
And yeah, maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll make that show happen.
Make who happen?
The show happen.
Oh,
no, I said maybe we'll make the show happen.
Make a show happen.
Yeah. All right, fine. So let's do it. We're here to talk about fights.
Fighting.
That's right. I
mean, that's what we come for. It's just that action.
Actually, no joke. That's what I watch anime for.
Yeah, the action.
When it's done well. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, if we're gonna go from old to new or new to old, just recently, I mean, how many people fell in love again with Dragon Ball?
What's up, Zach?
Super.
So yeah, when it comes to pinnacle of you want a fighting anime, that is Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z specifically, because Dragon Ball, the first one, was comedic. It was just nostalgic. Like
pervy. It was everything.
It was great. It's basically my childhood. And then,
it is.
And then you grow up to what Dragon Ball Z is, which is fighting, martial arts, hand to hand, and then it kind of spiraled out crazy with the whole blast. But it was cool though, because it's like Street Fighter, but more hardcore and super powery.
Very true.
Yeah.
That was dope. And Street Fighter was a movie, and that was actually good, an animated one. It had Silverchair, and that was pretty dope. As far as the music and everything, I was like, oh, it's dope. But anyway, moving on from it. I mean, One Punch Man.
One Punch Man,
that really fights.
There's not as many. I wouldn't consider that so much as a fighting anime.
Okay, all right.
I mean, because like there isn't too much fighting from what I'm used to. It's like I look for something that kind of brings out the whole idea of martial arts and technique and like live by the blade and die by the blade. Naruto, yeah, that's there too. That's I would say Naruto.
Daryl's recent favorite, Tiger and Bunny.
Tiger and Bunny. I haven't watched Tiger and Bunny, but I'm pretty sure that one.
It's on Netflix, guys, and it's English.
He's been pushing you.
He's been pushing me to watch it, so I actually started to watch it, and it's pretty good.
Wait, you said it's on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Oh, shit.
Dubbed too. Like, oh man. So I'm in for it. Like, you're in for it. You can watch it dubbed or subbed. You can choose on Netflix. It's dope. It's really good stuff right now. Like, I'm into it. I was like, damn, Daryl. Bravo.
Yeah, he
Bravo.
he keeps telling us, watch it. It's a great superhero.
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
It's definitely up there, and it's on my list.
He hit me up
My list.
on like Facebook.
Right?
Like at what time? 12 or 1? I'm thinking 12 something our time.
He's in New York.
Dude, so I'm like, damn, how late is it over there? And Daryl's just like, I'm awake, man. You gotta watch this stuff. Yeah. Like he was into it. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch it.
He was in New York, so I'm pretty sure he was on cocaine or some crack. I mean, it tends to happen, right?
Well, it is New York. I mean, when in Rome, right?
Yeah.
So when in New York, what do? You snort. That's what people do.
Hey, welcome. It's Daryl's first time doing crack.
Yeah.
And what does
Not
he do?
at all.
And what does he do? Hit up Daniel at midnight asking him for Tiger Money.
When we say crack, we mean Daryl just drinking soda.
Oh.
Because I don't think he drinks soda.
Yeah.
He drinks water and then like only
toilet water.
No. Daryl probably drinks some soda.
No. Have you seen that water bottle he brings? That's
the water bottle.
It's blue. It's clear blue.
Because he puts
like
stuff
toilet
in it.
water.
He puts the stuff in it. Like
It's the same stuff you put in toilets to make it blue.
No, what? No, he doesn't put like a urinal cake. Is that what he puts?
I don't know how you make it blue. It's
a urinal cake.
Then he puts a urinal cake in there. All right.
Daryl, you drink water out of a urinal cake? Like, oh man.
I don't know, but it looks like toilet water.
It looks like toilet.
It doesn't look like Gatorade blue. It looks like.
All right, so Daryl, you have to change the flavor now because toilet water is just not. Now I want something to drink. You're killing me now. Literally, while we're shooting this, I want to get up and run over there and get. I will go to the comic bug and buy something and come back. I will.
Get me something.
Oh yeah, see how that is. So, all right, with fighting animes, what's the first fighting anime you ever saw?
Obviously, it would have to be Dragon Ball.
Okay,
but if Dragon Ball doesn't count, the first one I saw. You know what? I didn't. All right. That's a hard one to try to remember. It was probably. I saw like one or two episodes.
Say it.
It was a Hajime no Ippo.
Ooh.
Now I never watched the whole entire thing. I watched like snippets, like an episode here and there.
Right.
They have a lot of movies, but this is like the most popular boxing anime.
1989, guys.
1989. Imagine. I was born that year. I was born that year.
Imagine. Now, remember, anime wasn't too big here. It was just about to hit the 90s. But anime was kind of having its little underbelly swelling. You know, people were enjoying stuff like that. And here you come with what else to do, what else to cover, because it was the biggest sport at that time, boxing. So there's an anime based on boxing, which actually came from a manga, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it's one of the longest running, or?
It's the manga's been running for a super long time.
Yeah, I don't even know when it started.
It's before One Piece. I think it's been running along like as old as I am.
Yeah, because they're still putting it out right now.
Because I think they're still putting those out.
I think they're still doing movies or something, and then there's always references to it and like different other things.
There was actual meme I saw.
Yeah,
of like some special move that he does in boxing where he darts sideways.
Yeah,
and like gets close.
It gets closer and then it boom, and it's like this whole thing. It gets all like he comes like he'll come in for your punch. Everything turns white behind him, and it's like the static lines of just the movement and boom. Always lays people out. Always lays people out. He's like Mac from fucking whatchamacallit, a Punch Out.
Yeah,
he literally just like Mac from Punch Out.
I'm pretty sure like this anime had to be what defined the whole making one punch that's less than a second look epic in about 15 seconds long.
Oh yeah, man,
when in reality he punched him in like a second, but that whole scene where it's like a whole entire dialogue of his fist reaching his face. I will do this for my mother, and I will win. Like in 15 seconds, just
15 seconds. That does happen. It's true.
And I'm pretty sure they did do it a lot in this one. It's like basically like Rocky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever, all the way, all in anatomy.
Put it into one. And I think actually in some ways, which I think people don't pay attention to, I feel that it was some bit of an inspiration for Punch Out. Now, Punch Out I think was before, but I think Punch Out still paid attention to the manga, which was way before. That's what I'm saying. I think it was really a connection because there are so many things you look at Punch Out. You see Mac, you see the main character from that anime, and you're like, oh, wait a minute. This is kind of... And there's a dude on the anime that looks just like King Hippo. just like King Hippo. So it has to be. They're like, okay, come on. Punch Out was like, okay, yeah. And remember, Punch Out was made with a Japanese development team. Yeah. So it's not a shock if they were like, oh hell yeah, we love this. Let's go ahead and do this. And that's what made it.
Yeah.
That was it. Because it was really good. Like I said, 89 boxing was huge back then, so everybody was already down for it, into it and everything. What are you going to do? Let's make a boxing anime.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Now I remember what my first anime was.
Ooh, go ahead.
Ultimate Muscle.
Oh my God! I remember watching that on TV.
I didn't even realize. That's another one that I didn't realize was anime. Until afterwards. I used to watch Ultimate Muscle and then Yes Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball. It's like, and Cardcaptor Sakura and like Ultimate Muscle was one of the ones I watched, but I thought it was just regular cartoon.
Ultimate Muscle, it had the dude that was like pink, right? And he was like all muscular.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was, that shit was so dope. Just
God. I mean, yeah, right, but he was like flimsy until he got into the ring or something, and then he got all buff, or no?
I think so. It's been years, man.
It's been forever. I should have watched some clips before this. But man, Ultimate Muscle. Do any of you know what we're talking about right now? It's way too early for you when it comes to anime. Because I know a lot of people do love anime. What's the deal with when people love anime, they don't go back for some things? They only just stay where they are, like currently, and move forward? Like, so... If I talk about Fist of North Star, people are like, okay, I know what that is because it's very popular.
Yeah.
But I talk about Ultimate Muscle, some people know, some people don't. You talk about that boxing one. Some people know, some people don't. That's and you're like, why is that? But, oh, Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, of course. Yeah, well, of course, everybody knows that. But there are sometimes deep cuts that are really good and people don't know about it.
Well, I guess you're right. It's the whole idea of, like, different generations.
Okay.
It's basically different generations. Unless it's something that's absolutely iconic.
It's a must.
It's a must. So, for example, if we're talking about movies and we're talking to somebody a whole lot younger, you'll be like, hey, do you remember The Goonies? Or like some other thing. They'll be like, yeah, I kind of heard of it. Or no, I never heard of that movie.
Yeah,
Starship Troopers or something. And we're like, dude, that was like our shit back then. But then you tell them about Star Wars and be like, everybody knows Star Wars. So like, this tiny little kid talking about Star Wars, that's basically Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, that's true.
Because like that's a must for anybody who's getting into anime. It's Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah. That's true. If you don't watch Cowboy Bebop, it's kind of like, well, what are you? What's going on?
So there's a lot of older stuff that, of course, is going to get lost to the history books.
Oh, yeah.
But then that's when they drop a new, hey, guess what? There's a new sequel. Guess what? There's a new anime movie. And it catches a new audience, and then they go back for the old stuff.
Oh, okay.
Just to try to catch up.
All right. So why Ultimate Muscle? Why was that like? I know.
Why was that my first one?
Yeah, but why does it still stick out for you? What's great about it? You think about Ultimate Muscle, you get a little bit of nostalgia. What's good about it?
I mean, I just remember when it comes, like, I thought about real fighting, so I thought like boxing, and that's where Hajime popped up, and then I thought wrestling and everything else, and like martial arts and fighting, and of course Dragon Ball sticks out. But I was like, what about wrestling? And Ultimate Muscle popped up in my head, but I barely remember that show. But when it comes to wrestling, that's the only anime I could think of that has wrestling. I mean,
oh my God! Like, I literally typed it in right now, guys. I know this is completely unprofessional, but I literally typed it in on my phone just to see what happens. Boom! Here it shows up right over there. Dude, Ultimate Muscle.
Oh, the big fist?
Yeah, because so this is the thing. Okay, so Ultimate Muscle was like, okay, these wrestlers, right? And the thing is, they were part of like a wrestling kind of like team, a great team of wrestlers. And then
are they from another planet?
No. All of a sudden, remember the fist comes down, and it's like these aliens saying that if they can take down Earth champions, then they've taken over Earth. So now Earth wrestling champions stand up to fight against these like aliens. Now, one of our biggest champions was actually an alien. And it's like the Ultimate Muscle dude, where he's like skinny and small, and then he puts on the mask and all that stuff, and then he becomes like really huge and all this stuff. But there was so much that happened in that. There was a little chibi, is that what it's called? Like they had like stuff
chibi,
where they
smaller version.
They do a little chibi stuff. They do that thing where it's like every time in anime where he's like talking to somebody and somebody insults him, he goes wah 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 wah, and it's like the watermark comes down. Like all these things happen. There was a lot of stuff. If you wanted to learn about anime back then when we were kids, that's one of the ones, like, it's a play-by-numbers kind of anime. There's a lot of things that later become big things in anime that happen in Ultimate Muscle.
Yeah.
So I get why you were like, oh man, I remember that. That was a really good fighting one.
Yeah, but it kind of blanked out of my head after a while. I mean,
It does.
It's been a while.
It's been a long time, man.
And
it's been a long time.
Another one that I know a lot of people keep bringing up and that I never watched is Fist of the North Star. And you watched that one, didn't you?
Fist of the North Star was a post-apocalyptic kind of thing. Most likely, a lot of you guys already know it if you watch anime. It's really good. The fighting is ridiculous. It gets bloody. It's messy at moments. But all the stuff that you like from Dragon Ball, you get there without the 10 hours of Kami for a whole episode of Jim just. You don't get that. You get slow-mo walks, though, to the fight. You get that, where it's like, all right, here goes the building and other things falling in the background. And you're like, who is that? Oh, it's clearly the new fighter. So he's walking up, and you got to wait 5-10 minutes for him walking slowly up to you. Because that happens in animes. Slowly, and the wind's blowing, and there's so many different shots. And then it goes to the bad guys, and you're like... So you still get that. Finally, when it gets there, you're thinking this fight's going to be huge, it's going to be big, because this is the big one. The bad guys that you've seen beat the crap out of so many other people, you see the guy that's supposed to stop him, and the fight is so quick. It's like, crush one guy's head, push this other guy, punch this other guy, push that. All right, now we're done. You're
that almost sounds like One Punch Man.
It is. It's like, what? No. But then all the other fights are really good. Long, and they're like, you'll get like the million punch kind of thing. You'll get like, fighting, knocking back, and charging up, and all that stuff, and it's pretty dope. Fist of the North Star is one that like a lot of people watched, and they always reference. It's kind of like Cowboy Bebop in that way, where it's like, oh man, have you seen? If you're old enough, Fist of the North Star is one that you can't be like, oh yeah, I like anime. Did you watch Fist of the North Star? No. You know, like everybody had the VHS. That's how old it is, guys.
I think that one was also on Toonami, and I think that's why a lot of people knew about it.
And now there's actually a new game that's going to be released on PS4, and it looks amazing. There's a cinematic trailer for it. You can just check that out. Once you see that, you're automatically going to want to buy the game. It's dope. And Fist of the North Star itself is just a really good one. I forgot what the production house is, but they kind of every once in a while revamp it and put another film out. Just once again, post-apocalyptic world. And then here goes people pretty much like, kind of taking over a town, being horrible about it. And then here comes this lone hero and, kind of cleans up that area and then moves on to the next. It's like a classic cowboy kind of thing. So it's Trigun without shooting. And it's just all fists. Yeah.
While we're on the subject of like older animes, it's like I think it was Carlos. He mentioned Fighting Foodons. Did you ever watch that?
Oh my god!
I didn't know. Okay. I did not know that was also an anime. I had no idea.
Fighting Foodons was
the style. Right? It was like Pokemon.
It was, and back then I didn't know. You're right. I had no idea that it was anime, but I wasn't a fan of Fighting Foodons. I wasn't. But I do know it.
Really? You cook a dish in your fights.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but I was just like, this is like for little kids. I was a little kid. But this is stupid. I don't like this. But you gotta give it up for the art style. It was pretty interesting at the time, and it was something that, like, visually, you'd watch. And you're like, I'm just watching because there's nothing else on. I don't want to watch real, like, TV here, And if you didn't have cable, it's like, well, there's Fighting Foodons on some local channel, or turn the channel and watch Lassie. Who the fuck's gonna do that? So you watch Fighting Foodons.
Yeah,
that's how it was. And dang, that's a good call. Like, those are just shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, Carlos. That was good.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that one too. But I used to watch that one all the time. Fighting Foodons is dope for some reason. I don't know, and it made me hungry.
Oh yeah,
it just made me hungry.
It was kids' Food Network before Food Network.
But yeah, it was like it's like washing my dish of rice.
Oh, okay, that's something else.
It's like a dish. It's my dish of rice is just fighting something, and the whole entire time I'm like, I just want to eat you. Hurry up and win.
Fighting Foodons. Nice. What is anybody else saying in the chat right now? Anyone saying anything else?
Let's see.
Fighting Foodons.
I haven't caught anything else that I recognized. Oh, we have somebody in the chat called Aaron. You know what? I don't know if I can say that last name. Yursty?
Hey, Aaron.
I'm going to say Yursty. Said Baki the Grappler. I
Baki the
Does that sound
Grappler?
familiar?
Right.
Type that
No.
in. Type
I'm
that
gonna
in.
try to type that in.
But
Baki the Grappler?
the grappler.
B-A-K?
Yeah. I wouldn't say Metabots counts as a fighting one. I mean,
Spell-
well, kind
spell
of.
Baki?
B-A-K-I.
Okay. Baki the Grappler.
I don't know if I would say Metabots counts because we're talking about like also martial arts kind of fighting.
Yeah.
And like wrestling, martial
Wrestling
arts.
counts.
Yeah. So I think the best anime that I've ever seen that came to, is that it?
Yeah.
Baki the Grappler.
All right.
And is it that guy? The big
Is it?
black
Big black dude?
the big black dude?
Yeah. Is it? Maybe.
I don't know. If he
somebody's
starts
coming out.
if he starts grappling.
Yep. It's the big black dude. Whoa, is he
Can't
got
stab
buff?
him.
Okay, we're
He's so
watching a
buff, he
moment
can't
where
stab.
he gets stabbed, but he's so buff. Oh no, he got stabbed. There's blood on it.
Oh, okay.
But
he's still
it
muscular
just
as
like
hell.
didn't hurt him at all. Oh, dude. Okay, all right.
Clothesline that dude? Oh, right.
All right. So Baki the Grappler. I want to know what the story is on that. Like, is it just some big wrestler and he's just going around fighting people?
I don't know that dude's
Oh no, is
big.
that Baki the Grappler?
I don't.
Nope, I don't know. I don't know who
so.
actually is Baki the Grappler.
I have never seen this
Maybe
one
some black
before.
dude. I've never seen this.
Yeah, I've never seen that one before.
Dang. I thought Daryl would say something by now, like, yeah, Baki the Grappler.
The best fighting one when it comes to like martial arts
Uh-huh.
that I've seen, and like I was stuck on the manga forever. It's called Kenichi, the History's Strongest Disciple.
Okay, I've never seen it.
Now you
So
got
now I need you to tell me, all right,
got
what is it
to
about?
see this one.
What is it about, and what's the scene that, like, dang, you remember?
Okay, so what this one is basically this kid who always got bullied.
Okay.
Always, since he was a kid, like younger, since he was like a little kid, he always got bullied, and his friend, he had a best friend who would stick up for him, but he was always getting bullied, and he was scared of like bad stuff happening to him. So eventually he got pushed over the edge so much that he's like, you know what, I'm weak. I'm always gonna feel scared of the world. It's like I want to learn martial arts. And
Makes sense.
he went to some places and like it was basically elitist kind of stuff when it came to martial arts.
Okay.
Only like, you know, people who actually have talent should be doing martial arts.
Makes sense.
And he had no talent, has no talent whatsoever for fighting.
Okay, all right.
But he meets this girl, and he tries helping her when like he thought she was gonna get mugged, but it turns out she's a martial arts master and completely like twisted the thing around on the guys trying to jump her.
Oh.
And he gets caught up in this situation, and this girl basically introduces her to her family.
Okay.
And her family is a group of martial arts teachers.
No.
Well, she lives with her grandfather, but then there's like 4 other martial arts masters that live with them, and like these are supposed to be the strongest martial artists in the world.
So it's Master Roshi's house.
Yes. Yes.
I'm just saying.
Yes. There is an actual dude on there that reminds me of martial arts.
I knew it.
But,
Okay, all right.
So like they eventually like they take him on, and they're
All
like,
right.
he has no talent, but we'll transform him. We'll turn him into a great martial artist. Although he's super weak and like there's no hope for him. But hey, we're so good. We're such great teachers. We're gonna turn him around and turn him into something great.
Huh.
And so
this is Daryl's life story right before he came here. Like,
no, because they're torturing the crap out of
well,
this
that
guy,
happened.
kid.
Apparently, that's what I understand. You guys don't know about the mythic story of Daryl, but that was his life story.
Daryl has a missing story.
A mythic story, yeah, that's exactly what it was. He used to get punked, and no, Daryl was a bully actually. So that's what I heard. I heard Daryl was a bully. That's what I heard. Like he would be the one to protect his friends in the group. When somebody says they're the kid and they used to protect their friends, they were really the bully, going out finding fights. That's what I think. But anyway, what do I know?
So Kenichi is the main character. The teachers that adopt them basically kind of adopt him and like they make him his disciple. You have one guy who's a karate teacher.
Okay.
Big buff, street fighter looking dude. Drinks a lot, has a scar across his face.
Of course.
Freaking awesome. Then you have, and he's a karate master. Then you have the judo master, who's a super smart and wise guy who's always chill, relaxed, meditating. Then you have a kempo master, who's this smaller Asian dude with a hat, and he's super pervy. It reminds me of Master Roshi. And then you have this super hot ninja chick who's a weapons master who barely talks, but she has the cutest little mouse that's a pet that follows it around. And the freaking mouse knows martial arts.
Come on.
It's awesome. You gotta trust me.
Oh
that
my
mouse
God.
is awesome. It's this small, but it's a weapon master too. It's fucking amazing.
Okay.
It's great. And then you have the grandfather who has told them, "These are your teachers. I'm not your teacher, but I'm here.
All right.
But I'm not gonna teach you because you can't learn.
You can't
what
learn,
I know.
well, yeah,
because
you
he's
gotta-
in a whole
you gotta-
nother.
yeah, you
He's
gotta
in a
work.
whole nother level.
Yeah, you gotta work to get up there, man.
Yeah.
You can't, to beat the man, you gotta be the man. Yeah, it's that whole thing. You
Yeah.
can't just come up there, man.
So like
you gotta climb the mountain.
So they're all masters of the martial arts universe, and she is like in the pinnacle of becoming a master
So
because she's been traveling with her grandfather all her life.
Can I predict this? That
Go for
the
it.
guy ends up mastering each level, and then
That's
gets
the
to
whole-
the point where
That's the whole.
that's what he's
the
there
whole
for.
point is there
Yeah,
to
so-
learn everything from everyone.
Okay, all
and
right.
like become a martial arts master himself.
So
but
does
remember,
is he ever
has a talent.
right? But is he so? Is there an enemy in this anime, or is it just a bunch of cool fights with him training?
It builds up. So apart from like the stuff that happens at home, which is basically the masters torturing him,
Yeah.
because it's almost like torturing. They put him through some messed up training. Like there's a point where they put him on a hamster wheel that electrocutes him if he slows down, and then he has like weights on him, and then like spikes. I don't know. They keep building weird machines to stick him in to make him stronger and gain muscle and just learn how to fight.
Oh, my
They keep-
Saturday nights. I
Yeah.
got you. I got you.
And so it builds up after a while. Like first he takes on the bullies on his school, and then
Okay.
he realizes there are actual gangs of martial artists in the neighborhood.
it's like a whole Danielson thing. I get it.
Then he starts taking on the martial arts gangs, and then it escalates to something even more. But everything gradually escalates, and it's one of those animes where, oh, this guy's so evil, I'm gonna beat him.
Right.
He beats him, and he overcomes that hurdle, and all of a sudden, his enemy becomes a friend.
Oh,
Yeah, so you get one
Okay.
of those.
Okay.
You meet a lot of those where it's like first they start off as enemies and then they turn into like his friends.
okay, all right.
But
I can
it's
dig that. I can dig
it's,
that.
it's so much fun. It's awesome, and what's so cool is that it's very accurate with the martial arts. Because the actual mangaka who wrote the whole thing and drew it, he actually went to different martial arts schools and learned those different martial arts. Oh crap! I forgot another master. He has a Muay Thai master also.
Really?
Yeah, Muay Thai master also.
Huh.
So that's another martial arts that he's learning, Muay Thai. But yeah, he went to all these schools and learned the actual martial arts and techniques and different moves, so he can incorporate it into his writing and his story. So and he draws it so well that like honestly, if you keep reading it over and over again, you could probably pick up some of these moves.
So what have you learned?
What did I learn?
Yeah, come on. It's like one-inch punch. What have you learned?
There's the I don't know the name of it. But there's the swan
you
one.
got the one. What's the swan one?
It's something about a swan. It's like the Kempo guy taught him.
I really
like,
thought you were gonna do the one-inch punch. I was just hoping for it. Like, come on.
Well, it's all in the shoulders
Just
when
try
you do
it.
it.
Just try it. Just,
No, the
just
swan-
try it.
the
Just try
swan
the
one?
one-inch punch, man. Just try it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. We're good. We're good. Show's still going. Show's still going. All right. All right.
But yes,
Fine.
it's awesome. It's fun. You learn a lot of cool moves, and like he has this chemistry with that girl that's just absolutely awesome to see.
This is
She's
cool.
cute. She's super
All right.
cute.
So moving on from there.
What's up,
That's
Matthew?
something you remember. Oh, what's up, Matthew? What's going on, man? Just saw me get punched.
Yeah.
So what else is happening? Just like what other fighting animes are like just in your head right now?
Have you seen Samurai Champloo?
Have I seen Samurai Champloo?
Have you seen?
Yes, yes, I
Samurai
have,
Champloo?
man. Yes, I have.
That's a
man.
fighting one, right?
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, yeah, they do
They have a lot of martial arts in
a
there.
lot of martial arts. I mean, that or Afro Samurai, but it's from the same studio, right? And then later yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's the same studio.
Yeah, that's true. Samurai Champloo is dope.
Yeah, because I mean, martial arts. Kendo is a form of martial arts.
That's right.
And that's considered fighting. I mean, then Rurouni Kenshin will fall into that too. Rurouni Kenshin.
that's true.
Although I feel like they lack. There's a lot of talking in between now.
Oh, on Samurai Champloo?
And Rurouni Kenshin.
That's actually true for both of them.
Yeah, both of
my
them.
thing with Samurai Champloo, there are moments where, like, all right, when it first starts off, I guess the first arc where it's like, okay, you know, they meet each other and I have to find the man that smells like roses or whatever, rose petals or whatever. And you're like, oh, damn, because this guy killed her, you know, killed her father. All right, cool. So now we got that. We find these two kind of out of work samurais or Bushido, whatever, you know, whatever you call them. I don't know what they were called. She finds what?
She finds what
Those
samurais.
two, yeah, okay, samurai. So they're just samurais?
That depends.
I don't know. It's like
If they have a master,
Bushido,
then
blah, blah blah, whatever.
They're Ruronis if they have a master.
Well,
if they don't have masters, they're Ruronis.
They're the Ruronis, son, because they don't have masters. But either of them, they're just kind of like
they're
rebels,
samurais.
Yeah,
They're samurais.
yeah. So she you know, pretty much hires them, right, to kind of go with her, and then later they're friends, and it's always, oh, I'm hungry. Oh, I need to eat. Oh, and then that's like, oh, that funny little gimmick that they do. But they would give us some really good exposition, I feel, on the first portion of the arc. Like, it was really good because it was like we got to know more about each one of them, their history, their past, and everything like that. And then after that, it kind of, all you did was tune in because all you wanted to do was just see the fight. You were just like, after a while, I didn't care what was going on with the story. I just wanted to see the fights because they were so dope. That's how I felt about it, though. I mean, how did you feel about it?
About Samurai Champloo?
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Man.
I know.
Man.
It's on my list of, like, I can't believe I haven't seen it.
Wow.
I know, it's on my list.
They took it off of Netflix. It sucks. They took it off. Yeah, it was there and then it was gone. It's gone now. You can get it on VRV, I think.
I think it's on VRV.
Yeah.
I think it's on my queue on VRV, that's why.
Crunchyroll.
I'm pretty sure.
But it's really good. It's drawn, like, vivid.
No.
Vivid. The use of color is dope. The music is great. If you liked what they actually ended up doing for Afro Samurai, they got all the gimmicks for all of that. They all started it there with Samurai Champloo. So like the hip hop enthused kind of movements and everything. It was more like chill wave kind of stuff, but it was dope. You know, just kind of 808s, some bass, a little bit of a melody, and then you just go along with it. And there's just, during the fighting, it plays out so well. Sometimes you'll hear a drum kick, and that's the same moment where a punch is landing or blah blah. Like they choreographed it pretty well. Mm-hmm. Like if you see, weird enough to say, Baby Driver, that movie now, a lot of people are going crazy over it. Like, damn, oh man, I got on Blu-ray. Let's borrow. Okay, so, but it's pretty cool because they choreographed the music to go along with movements that are happening there. Same thing that happened in Samurai Champloo years before, and it's really good. It's really good. Oh man, there are bits of it that I love. There are bits of it that I hate, but I will always talk about it with a little bit of admiration. It's good. You gotta watch it.
It's on my list. It's stuff that I need to watch, which there's a lot I've been lagging on.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I'm aiming for the stuff that I need to know to the stuff that I can probably get around.
Okay, so Samurai Champloo isn't one of those,
but
like, as an anime person, you don't need to know? Is that it?
At the moment, I don't.
Okay, all right, cool.
Because, like, it's like I had to stay as much as caught up with the trending stuff now.
So Afro Samurai, is that in the list? Or no?
It's on the list.
I don't know. No, I'm just no. But
it's on the list.
But it's not. You haven't seen it, right?
I haven't seen it.
Okay. Yeah. See.
Okay.
All right. And, all right.
Okay. Have you heard of Tenjo Tenge?
No. What is that?
Okay, so that's one of the first fighting like when I started really getting into like action and fighting anime after Dragon Ball and all those other ones. I ran into this random one called Tenjo Tenge. And it was extremely weird. What caught my attention about it was that intro was so dope. It's like the music video that they played for it. I don't know. It was like hip hop-ish. Watch. I'm gonna see if I can play the intro because it just caught my interest, and I started watching it. And it's weird because the manga's author, he has a certain way of drawing and doing his stories. Basically, it all ends with is this it? The opening?
That's the opening?
With the music.
Well, I didn't know if they're gonna be like copyright.
Oh, no, they shouldn't. Like something about
this actually looks dope.
It looks dope. That's what caught my interest.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, I know too.
A little fan service.
But like, just the music is what.
This kind of sounds like some K-pop bands now.
Yeah, almost.
When they do like flashback kind of track where it's like, oh, this is a reference to what we all grew up with.
And then they do the dancing.
Yeah, they're doing the dancing. They do the dancing.
Yeah.
Oh my
it's
god.
like breakdancing.
Yeah, it literally is breakdancing. Out of nowhere. And then you got this guy that's kind of just like Fei Long.
Yeah.
Like, you got a chick, a schoolgirl with a samurai schoolgirl.
Samurai schoolgirl.
Come on.
And then the transforming brat.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. A little bit of fan service here going on.
Not
when I
too
say
much.
fan service, I just mean jiggly breasts and it's looking like they're about to actually show something.
Which they don't in the anime.
Yeah, they don't. It's cool.
And then more breakdancing.
Oh, and then breakdancing. Whoa, oh, she got some footwork though. Oh my god, this is actually pretty cool.
So that's the intro, and that's what caught my attention. And when I started watching it, and that's when I got hooked, because it's basically about martial arts. This new guy who was a bully in his old school,
right, decided
to go to a different one and then climb the ladder and become the biggest bully in that one too, and just conquer a different school. Except the thing is, he joined a school where it's like, it's a prestigious martial arts school that's integrated with like regular academics.
Okay.
And so when he joins, he's the first day one with him and his best friend, which is the black guy with the dreads.
Oh, okay.
They go in to like start shit, and they get completely owned by this girl.
Oh.
This like, and that's the one with the purple hair.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like knocks him out of a fucking window, and he falls from the window into the girls' locker room. And inside the girls' locker room was that chick's sister taking a shower. And the thing is,
oh no! So then
this is when the plot.
This is where the crap out of them.
No, this is where the plot thickens.
Oh, okay.
Turns out that their family has this rule where the woman must marry the first guy that sees her naked. Since he was the first guy to see her naked, she now is like, oh shit, we gotta get married. I'm all up for this. And that's when things just escalated, and it just keeps escalating after that. And then there's a lot of flashbacks to a lot of stuff that happened before that leads to this moment. So this isn't the beginning of the story. It drops you in the middle and then throws you towards a lot of flashbacks that lead to a new future. And that's this is a style that, because the guy's name is Oh Great. Okay. Well, that's his pen name, Oh Great.
Okay.
And he has that style where it's like he drops you in the middle of the story and then gives you a bunch of flashbacks that give you more info and progresses the story. Okay. And he also wrote another one called Air Gear, which is both, by the way, my favorite mangas ever. I've been collecting all of them.
Okay.
Air Gear is one that has to do with inline blading, except these inline blades are like mechanical. So imagine like, you know, those hoverboards, but except they're like in like inline blades.
Yeah.
But like 10 times souped up. No, like 20, 50 times souped up. They can go so fast that they can actually run up walls.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And they're both fighting. There's a lot of martial arts and fighting involved in those, and like. And then
it's like Skate from Streets Race 2.
Kind of like that, yeah.
Okay, all right, I can dig that.
And his style, like he's a great artist. His like images really pop out, and it's funny though because he started off as a hentai drawer. He was a hentai artist, and like from there he started doing regular stuff, because that's the thing that like my friends have told me. If you can draw hentai, you know the idea and like how the anatomy works.
Sure.
And then you can draw more accurate, better representations of an image. And so his art is ridiculously good.
Really?
So good that he got hired to do the actual animation for Soul Calibur.
Oh, word.
So the most recent Soul Calibur, he did a lot of the skins and a lot of the characters for that.
Oh, wow. That's actually pretty cool then.
Yeah, he's an amazing artist.
All right, so that will be one that I'm going to put on my list.
Yes.
You've sold me on one, because it's more interesting to me the fact that, okay, he did hentai, and yet there's no nudity in his thing. Like, you would think, oh, he's hentai.
In the anime, and the manga, there's a little bit more, but that's not intensely.
Right. But in anime, there isn't. When you still have the chance, and you could.
Because there's another one, yeah. It's but they dialed it down, especially because it only has to do with the first arc.
Oh, okay.
So you don't, and it doesn't get more pervy until later on.
Yeah.
It gets more.
So the show
dark.
grows with the audience.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love a show that does that. So what else do you got on your list? This is fun because we're going through Ernie's list. Ernie's an anime guy. So I consider him an anime guru. He'll say he's not, but I consider him an anime guru. So it's really interesting to go through Ernie's list and find out exactly what he likes, what he thinks is good as far as fighting. Because when it comes to fighting, not every artist can do it. And some of them, they do it and it's horrible.
What's important about when you're drawing a fighting anime, like manga, and usually most anime start off with manga.
Right.
The thing is, if you don't draw it right, you can't imagine the fight. And the thing is, you only have a certain amount of panels to draw this sequence out. So you can't make it look like a flip book, but you have to be able to pick the scenes right where you can know and imagine in your head when somebody does an awesome roundhouse kick. Like an amazing move where he flips somebody over and tackles them over. There's a specific way that has to be drawn so you can be able to imagine it in your own head.
Right.
Off of 2 images. 3, 4 images.
Oh, that's true.
So
it's able to get all of it just in those panels, and that's it.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that Bleach started messing up on, because it did really well in the beginning.
Okay.
But then after the Aizen arc, it's the art started getting a little bit more clear and more digitized and cleaner because he actually had a team.
Yeah.
But the thing is, at that point, it was harder to interpret what was going on. And it was more solely reliant on just the dialogue and completely lost a lot of interest after that.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, the opposite of that, as far as when it comes to manga, would be One Piece. One Piece actually got better as time goes on. That's what I've heard. The way they even show the hockey now is compared to what it was and what happens, and then you're like, oh my god! Leaps and bounds as they got more people on and started to build it more. Is that right?
That's basically what happens.
Okay, see?
You have this amazing idea of what you want to do, but you don't have the team or the support behind you to be able to bring it up. And what One Piece is hey, we got a great idea. Let me set it down here for you, and let's build it up from here. And a lot of people couldn't get into the animation. Some people didn't understand or like the whole idea that he was a rubber man. And I was he stretches. That's kind of dumb. How can he be good at fighting?
That's only one character, though, man. I mean, there's a... Dude, it has a giant ensemble cast.
Every island they hit becomes a new arc, and it gives you about 30 new characters.
Exactly.
And the thing is, what's so amazing is that after you go to another island, you don't forget the ones from before. Right. They usually end up appearing later on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
And it's intense. So things get better as you go.
Okay. All right. So wait. I know you love One Piece. Why wasn't that on your list? Is it because, it's so popular, you didn't want to just throw it in, or what?
One Piece is so erratic when it comes to, its action. It has some martial arts, and it does have a lot of sword fighting. But, when I thought about fighting anime, I was thinking strictly, it's, brawling.
Ooh.
Specifically brawling. And, that's why I can't, I don't want to say Sword Art Online. I don't want to say, because those I would throw them into action. They're definitely action.
Fantasy.
But when I think fighting, I think martial arts, History Strongest. Dragon Ball was purely fist fighting. Fist of the North Star. Ultimate Muscle. Those where it's, strictly, this is what I live for, and that's fighting. But when you hear One Piece, it's about pirates. It's about finding a treasure. It's about friends.
About the story.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was looking for an actual story that has to do about fighting.
Okay, all right.
And that's a fighting anime.
If you had to, look at the time and everything, if you had one more, I know you got a list. If you have one more you can pick out of what you have remaining in that list, which would be your one last one?
There's one that's kind of fun. But it's not going to be for everyone. It's not going to be for everyone.
This is the stuff I love. Is this a Church of Erni choice?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Lay that one on me.
Okay, so there's so apart from the mainstream animes are out there, there's usually groups that fall under the genre is called ecchi, which is perverted.
Yeah.
And there's one in particular that I like a lot. It falls into the genre because it has a lot of fan service.
Okay.
So that's why it's called ecchi. But there's a lot more behind it. Okay. And this one's called Sekirei. Now, Sekirei, this one falls under what would be ecchi, but because it has a lot of fan service.
Uh-huh.
And it has this same dynamic that a lot of the ecchi mangas have, which is basically one guy, bunch of cute girls, turns into a harem. They are all devoted to him. It's basically a harem one. Okay. But what's awesome about this one, it's this main character falls into the story about a girl who falls from the sky. Doesn't really fall from the sky. Okay. She falls from the top of a building and falls on top of him. But the thing is, it's because she was running away. What happened is that there's how many numbers are there? 108. I think it's 108.
Okay.
So there's 108 of these special people called Sekireis.
Okay.
They were beings that were brought from another world to ours, and they all have powers.
Okay.
And it's like about 108 of them or something like that. They're mostly girls. Some of them are guys, but majority of them are girls. And when they were released from where they were at, they were supposed to go find their other part. Basically, I think they're called ashikabis.
Okay.
And basically, it's another human being who is meant for them, who will unlock their powers.
Okay.
So this girl basically ran into her ashikabi, the guy who she's meant to be with.
Okay.
And so this guy has no clue, and that's her, by the way.
Oh, okay. So if you guys don't know, I kind of like when he talks about something, I bring it up so I can look at it real quick.
So she explains him the whole story. You're my ashikabi. You're my destined one.
All right.
It's like I'm supposed to be with you. It's like I just escaped from the facility that was holding me, and it's like I'm now stuck with you in a way. It's like you're gonna unlock my powers. I'm a fighter.
Okay.
So the whole idea is that there's this game going on where they're all supposed to fight each other and eliminate each other. Because at the end, there can only be one ashikabi and one sekirei.
Oh,
and that they would be granted a wish, or they would be like ascend to another place or something like that.
It's Highlander.
But basically, this company, this facility that was holding her, ends up shutting down the whole entire city and turns this game into a whole reality. Like they force all of these girls to fight each other. And the thing is, he's special too because he doesn't only have one girl who's destined to be with. Other girls ended up finding him and linking up with him. And so he ends up gaining more girls under his control.
Oh, come on. Like, the luckiest guy in the world.
He ends up getting a harem, basically. And, like, each girl is different. Like, there's a technopath, there's a fighter, there's a girl that controls water.
So, but that has to be a huge conflict, ultimately. Even though, okay, if you have a whole harem, a whole team of these girls, they're all still made to fight each other to be the supreme one. So, like, was that an issue?
That one guy and all the girls?
Yeah, he's there, but they're all looking to fight each other.
Well, the thing is, they all belong in the beginning of the game. Mm-hmm. That's not what matters. What matters is protecting their ashikabi, basically him. And they were all like, "Hey, we all love him. We're going to fight for him to protect him." In the end, he will decide which one of them is going to be the main, if and only if he makes it to the end.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it gets pretty tough though because a lot of teams start getting eliminated. A lot of the teams decide that they don't want to participate, so they try escaping the city. Okay. And a lot of them get eliminated.
Okay.
And it's pretty awesome because the fights are intense. It does have some fan service, but the fights are really good. Okay. And like it gets interesting, really interesting. Huh. And the story gets deeper too when you find out his origin story and where all these girls came from.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Okay, all right. So you gave me some new stuff to watch. All the new stuff. We talked about some old stuff too.
Yeah.
With that being the case, what is your number one recommendation when it comes to like fighting anime?
Definitely watch Kenichi History's Strongest Disciple. Definitely that's the one that has to do with martial arts. It's the best. It really dives into it, into what martial arts is, what it is to be a martial artist and like a martial arts master.
Is Bruce Lee in it? I'm just saying, man, if you're gonna talk about martial arts and blah blah, you're talking about Bruce Lee and that dude that like taught him, or that guy that came to the U.S. to fight him. I'm just thinking, I thought that would be a thing.
No, it's but it's like it really makes you realize, because you see a lot of different like anime and manga, and you're like, wow, a really good fight lasts for a long time. They make a point on there that a really good fight between masters never lasts for a long time,
because one master is better than the other, and that's ultimately how it works.
And the fights are very short. Like that fight is really short. Although the fights are longer. The fights get long, like pulled out longer. Right. But the thing is, they make that point where it's like when it comes down to masters fighting, it doesn't last that long. It's a short and usually a death match.
Then that makes sense why it's short. I mean, it's like, yo, you're fighting to end. You're fighting to finish.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're fighting to kill.
And you know what you're doing.
Okay.
It's like when two chess masters go at it with each other.
Yeah, it's not.
The games are really they're not like an hour long, because they know what they're doing and they're making the moves and meeting each other as they're moving. And the games are like shorter, and that's how martial arts fights should be. Wow. So if you like here, but like, oh, two martial arts fighters, go at it, they're gonna be going at it forever. No, it's
the subtle beauty in the execution that makes it so great. I get that.
It makes you appreciate martial arts when you read that.
Really?
Yeah, when you read.
See, but you're saying read. It's not an anime.
Oh, yeah, it's an anime, yeah. But it's gonna make you read it.
Oh, really? It is?
Yeah.
It's one of those? It's like, dang, this was good. I need to?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And there's a whole lot of, like, origin story stuff that you get in the manga that you're not going to get in the anime?
Yes.
Which is the point?
Which is going to do, like, with the girl's family.
Oh, yeah.
Because she lives with the grandfather. What about her parents?
Okay.
You get into her parents.
Okay. All right.
Also, I want to highlight, though, because, like, I saw this a couple of times when we got stuck in the conversation. Jalen is going to be making an anime.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he wants to make an anime. And I'm excited to hear about it.
Right.
Like, please message me. Tell me some stuff about it. I'll give you some advice, because he was asking me to teach him some stuff about anime. And of course, I'll tell you whatever you like have questions about.
So, yeah, you have to ask Ernie and Daryl.
Daryl.
See what they say.
Voice actor Daryl right there. He'd probably be in it.
It's probably people you want to talk to, man.
I would be extremely interested in hearing about it. I'm excited for you, man. Hopefully you really pull through and you do about it. Tell us about it and shit. We'll probably even have you on the show to tell us about it.
Yeah, I'm saying it could be a thing. It could be a thing. We're in for it. I wouldn't be shocked if it's good, but I want to see, hear, read, watch. So just let me know. I'm in. I support you. 70%. Because like if I say 100, that means I'm like, oh, I can't. I don't have time. Not enough time.
And not talking about time, we have to start wrapping up.
Exactly.
So we can get ready for the Watchtower, which is right after this.
Yes. When are we starting?
Oh, shit. Say Daryl 3 times and he appears.
Oh, really? Is he there?
There's Daryl.
Oh, my God. See? Wow. Daryl. Look, you're there.
And there's Daryl.
Hey, Daryl, you got a suggestion when it comes to, like, fighting anime? Let us know. We'll be waiting for you to type it in while we're pretty much gonna clean house. So we definitely do appreciate you guys watching. It was great being able to just shoot the shit concerning anime. I can say shit.
Thanks for
like a PG-13.
Yeah, thanks for listening to us talk about stuff.
Definitely. Yeah. we love anime. Make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, and then do it all backwards, actually. Go ahead and subscribe, then like, share, comment, and all that
Just
stuff.
don't unsubscribe.
Don't unsubscribe. Just keep subscribing and share it with friends. You guys, don't be selfish. Don't be that person that's like, it's only for me. Share it so other people can talk about it, and then they'll be like, yo, that was so cool that you put me onto this. So that's always cool to do. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. You guys are amazing. Jalen, Ryan, Kat, Daryl. My gosh, who else is in there?
Carlos, Anna, Daryl, Jalen, Ryan. I think I saw Zach, Aaron. Am I missing anybody else?
Sorry if we're missing you guys. There's so many of you and we love it. Also, check out if you guys like t-shirts. You notice we happen to be wearing some cool themed t-shirts. But if you guys like t-shirts, you can check us out on tpublic.com/thathashtag-show. We actually have a sale right now where the shirts that are $20 are going for $14. Clock is ticking on that. Soon that sale will end. But you can at least be able to check it out right now. Do it like a pluming dragon. You should have right into the... No.
That's rude. That's just rude.
But you guys can check out and get some cool t-shirts there. Really great mashups. We also have, besides that, what else do we have going on?
Watchtower right after this.
That's right.
So make sure you tune into that. It starts at 9:30.
9:30.
Gotta give me some time to prepare.
Yeah.
Just because we're going to be talking about all DC shows for this week.
Yeah.
Supergirl. Legends of Tomorrow.
Legends of Tomorrow, Flash, Supergirl.
Probably not Arrow.
Yeah, probably not Arrow.
Probably not Arrow.
I don't think anybody really watches Arrow. It's okay. We'll say, hey, Arrow happened, and then we'll move on. But yeah, we'll talk about a lot of, we'll talk about good DC on CW. So that's what we'll talk about there. Ernie, where can people find you?
You can find me at _journey on all platforms and social media. Recently, I've been streaming a lot on Twitch, so make sure you drop on by for that.
What's your Twitch handle?
Twitch.tv/the_journey.
Okay, all right, there you go.
TheJerni.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm doing Wolfenstein, and then I'm going to be doing Fear. Since Halloween is next week, I'm going to be doing Fear, and I'm going to run all 3 Fears. And
so what about social media? What about social media?
And all social media.
Just all just
the _journey.
I wish I could have something as simple as that, but you can find me as Battlestar Galactica
Still better.
on almost all social media except for Twitter because they're douches and it's too long apparently. I've heard that before. So on Twitter you can find me at that #BSG. And besides that, check me out here whenever I happen to be on that hashtag show. That's where most of everything that happens is happening anyway. Here almost all week. And with that, we want to say thank you guys. Tune in next week, same time. That's 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So we can talk to you about anime. What are we going to talk about next week? I don't even remember. Pay attention to the social media.
We'll announce it next week.
Because we'll take some time to prepare and figure out what we're going to talk about.
Because it is, we are Halloween next week.
Yeah, it is Halloween. I don't know. I don't even know if we'll actually have one next week because it's going to be like all Halloween. It may just be like the freaking horror show on every little thing. I don't know.
We could probably, I wouldn't say revisit horror. We could revisit horror topics.
I don't know.
We got to think this out. We'll announce that later.
Yeah, we'll see. But with that being the case, we want to say thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. Again, like, comment, share, subscribe, so you can keep up to date with everything trending
and geek pop culture.
Good night, guys.